Let's see where we are. Okay. Good evening, Greg and Orby. How you doing, my friend? Typos already? What typos have I got? What typos have I got? Have I got a typo in the YouTube thingy? Oh, that's all right. No worries. Hello, Jack and Orby, and Ollie. Sorry, and William. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, guys. Right. Let's come out of there. See what we can do. I think this Daily A is a bit of a death trap, and yeah, Jack, that'd be good if you could. And from what I'm seeing, the Daily C is a little bit like that too. I've watched a few, and Daily C seems to be pretty rough, if you want my opinion. So I'm going with this one, and we'll see how we go. We'll be saying Rex A is chaos, I can imagine. I don't want to do the replay. What am I doing? Got my head. It's all over the shop. I've got. I haven't got in far enough. Oh, Orby Tooth is okay tonight. It's I'll be glad when it's out because it's still annoying me, and I keep catching it, but it's not hurting like it was on Friday. Oh my gosh, did that hurt on Friday? Right, let's see what I can remember. Oh, too hot through there. Got that wrong. Oh, so many places to have a mistake in this one. Right. So different to last week where I was changing up out of corners. This one seemed to be holding it. Oh. This Porsche is nasty. The Ferrari is an option and the BMW M6 is an outside option. Oh. This is not going to be easy. Might try the BMW and the Ferrari in a minute. Just to see what they're like. That's a 125.2 and a 125.3. Let's just give the Ferrari a whirl and just see what we can get. Oof. Okay. I'll change car. Where is the Ferrari? There she is. So 125.2 we're chasing. Oh, back end is just as lively in this one. No. Ah. Mm. Hmm. Ho hum. Ho hum indeed. This is probably going to be a crazy idea, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. And we'll just see what we can get in this. So I'm not just looking for a quick lap time, I'm looking for something that gives me some confidence as well. And the Porsche and the Ferrari don't necessarily give me a lot of confidence. But I do think it's going to be a little bit like Yas Marina, where I'm going to have to get to grips with the Porsche. I think that's going to be the car. Oh, I hate this car with the... It's the hard tyres that's catching me out, I think. There's just no grip out the corners. Or into corners when you've got dirty tyres. Oh. Yeah, it's the grip on the exit of the corners, I think, on the hard tyres. It's just catching me out a little bit. Hello, Warrior. And Danny. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream this evening. I will be opening up a lobby at 9 o'clock as normal. It's about 15 minutes for the moment. I'm just trying to pace chase. I think the BMW unfortunately is too slow. I think it's going to be the Porsche, unfortunately. Warrior has a question for us. Right, let's go back to the Porsche. And it looks like we're just going to have to soldier on with that car tonight. And to just watch the exits of the corners. I've got just over 50, well, just over 10 minutes to run. Grass. Warrior, there are special characters that you need. I think they're like, oh, I can't remember what they call them now. Hex characters. If you Google it, you should be able to find it. Each colour has its own hex code. I did mine yonks and yonks ago and I never change it, so I never remember what it is. But I had to Google around and find it. Or if you save somebody's lobby, then you can go in and edit the name and you'll be able to see it. Haven't looked to see what sort of lap time I need for an A-rank lobby. Throwing everything into this one. Oh, dirty tyres. Oh. Just got to be careful of my back still. Oh, that's the only thing. So just got to take it a bit careful. Oh. Whoa. Why is life cruel so sometimes? Why? What's happened, my friend? I mean, it is cruel, but that is life, I'm afraid. That's saying you're looking decent around here. That's praise indeed, but how decent? Stay on, stay on. Ugh. Jack, what sort of time am I looking for, mate? Slow out of there. Yes, I got 124. That's what I wanted. Woo! Whoa. Right on the button. A 124. 913. Oh, I was hoping to get a 124. Okay, Warriors found the answer to his question. That's good. Oh, that's hard. God, it's going right. So I'm going to have to do it in the Porsche. Definitely. Whoa, I've gone top out of all my friends. Jack Kobe, do not set a time. Greg White, do not set a time. Ollie, do not set a time. Where am I? And just ahead of Wheels. And Ninjas. Wow, 124.9. I'm pleased with that. Really pleased with that. And with 411th in the world, well, that won't stay like that for long, will it? That will not stay like that for long. You can be sure of that. Wow. I wonder what I need. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Anybody around me that I recognise? Oh, Flying Scotsman's in there. He's quick. Flying Scotsman. Oh, Nando Loris. Raced with him a few times. A 124.8. Okay. 124.8. I'm pretty sure he's an A. Pretty sure Nando is. Can we see? Oh, he's A plus now. Ooh. Okay, so that begs the question. I'm dropping already, down to 414th now. Like I said, it will chop. Oh, wrong one. That's an A. That's a low A. Okay, so it looks like I'm in with the low A's at the moment. That's a high A. That's an A plus. That's a high A. God, that guy's a B. He's flying. That's an A plus. Oh, I'm in amongst some A pluses here. That's a B. There's a big old mix of people. Onions. An A as well. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Good evening, number one. How are you doing? Hope you're having a nice holiday in sunny Turkey. Ollie set a time. It's just too slow. What time's Ollie set? I can't see Ollie's time. Oh, he's down in 10th. Okay, yeah. Ooh, right, like let's come back to that a little bit later on. So 411th, then we're down to 414th. So it's people are going to be getting quicker and quicker. Nick, good evening, my friend. How are you doing? Thank you for popping in. Thank you to everybody that's popped in this evening. I am going to lose the headphones now. There we go. Let's lose those, and we'll get the volume on the TV. That way I won't be shouting at you guys. Let's have a look at the ticket, shall we? You know it's going to be rubbish. You know it'll be rubbish. Right, yeah, I think Brands is probably going to be the way I'm going, because I've got some pain in my head at the moment. So I don't want to be pushing too many laps. I want to do, like I did last week, a short sprint race, take a break. Short sprint race, take a break. So that's the reason why I'm looking at Brands more than the other one at the moment, just to take some of the pressure off. Lobby. Good evening, Ollie. My number one, I can imagine. You say, I'm trying to enjoy it, mate, considering my dad's getting laid to rest on the 27th. Thank you for all you've done for me and family. I haven't really done anything, mate. I really didn't do very much. Just celebrated the life and showed you some support. That was all. Not in my mind, not an awful lot. But I can imagine that you are, yeah, feeling it a little bit, I would imagine, right now. Being on holiday, coming back to that, but hopefully you'll be able to enjoy your holiday a little bit. And thank you for popping in and saying hello whilst you're on your holiday. Oh, being there is enough. Showing you care means the world to me. Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. I really do. That's so nice. Right, we're in the Mines car. I don't even know where to find that car. Where is... Mines. Going to be in there, I guess. Oh, crikey, it's this one, is it? Oh, this one's a beast and a half, this is. And it's going to be a beast and a half around here. So we'll get the qualifying for this one underway at 10 past as usual. We're just a couple of minutes late starting the stream. Well, not the stream, but the lobby. As per usual, what I'm going to do is just going to see how many people we get in. If we can get 7, 8, 9 in, then I will stick with friends only. If we're struggling a little bit, then I may well open it up to public. Whoa! Doesn't want to turn. Doesn't want to stop. Sports tyres on this one, of course. Come on, get round. Whoa, need to brake a lot earlier than that. I'm braking on racing tyres. And again. Oof. Need to brake a lot earlier. don't think I'm going to do very well in this one. Even overshot in the 150. Just set something up there on me a second. Right, so who have we got in here? Chris. And it's the 16th of the 3rd. Okay, let's just save that away. Right, so I've got Chris in for a taster. We've got a couple of minutes and then we'll get going. So we've got this one, and then after this we've got GR4s around Watkins, Glen, with a difference, that one. Then we've got the Brands Hatch based on the Daily Race Daily Race B, and then we've got a long race around Yamigawa Reverse based on the Daily Race C. So what I'm going to try and do going forwards is Monday and Tuesday I'm going to put the daily races in there, so that those of you that are trying to get better times and you want some experience of racing the daily races against respectful people before you go into them big time, maybe on a Wednesday, gives us all an opportunity to get in there and just race with real people. Overshot again. I'm going to be overshooting all the time. I have to be very, very careful in this one. Right, so we are going to be doing a qualifier. We've got 7 of us at the moment. Ollie, Danny C, Wheels Racing, D-Locks, Chris, me, and Stiggy. Those are going to be your runners. Let's get into this one and we'll see how we go. Like I said, this is a bit of a unusual sort of warm-up one, like I often do. The randomizer often throws them out differently in a different order, but what I try and do is put the road cars as the first of the night. I don't know whether I should be doing that or whether I should just leave them in the order that the randomizer throws them out, but would be interested to see your thoughts on that. I quite like having the road car first of all and then building up to the GRs a little bit later in the evening, but that's just me personally. What? I didn't cross the line. What? Gonna have to be very careful on that pit exit. I mean, I must have crossed it. Definitely stayed off it that time. I've got a very itchy nose tonight. Not sure why. What I'm probably going to do is to race this one for the challenge. I'll then commentate on the next one, race brands, and then I'll probably commentate on the last one, just so I can give my back a rest in between each one. I'm already in trouble with Joe, because yesterday we had 3 trees to plant, and I was digging holes, and she was like, "You sure you should be doing this? You sure you should be carrying that stuff around? You sure you should be digging?" It's like, "Yeah, I'll be fine, I'll be fine, I'll be fine." I called sod's law. I woke up with an enormous headache this morning. But don't tell her that. I'm in enough trouble as it is. Good evening, Deadpool. Oh, half second. Has been a suggestion that it might be my tooth all along that's been causing this. So I'm hoping when it comes out, everything magically sorts itself out. That would be awfully nice. I could well have said Deadpool. I need to call him Mad Mikey. I can't get used to calling him Deadpool. It'll always be Mad Mikey to me. Can I get one more in? See how we go. Wow, Will's has done a 141. Chris run 142, D-Lock's a 142, Ollie's a 142. We're way down in a 143 and a half. Nearly 2 seconds off the pace. Get round, get on the power. Don't go over the line. fifth. 1.2, so we went a little bit quicker, but still 1.2 off the lead. Gr.x is 0.7 behind Chris at the moment. Ollie's 0.9, and Wheels Racing is 0.992. So Wheels was leading at one point. Everybody going quicker towards the end. Right, let's get going. See what we can do. So we're doing quick 5-lap sprint around this one. No need to pit or anything like that. Just straightforward race. We've got Chris and Gr.x going to lead us away. Then Ollie and Wheels on row 2. Row 3 is myself and Stiggy. And then we have got was it Chris? I didn't see who was at the back. Who was at the back? Danny C at the back. Okay. Oh, Chris is leading. Okay. Right, let's see what we can do around here. This thing is slippery. It's making a move on Gr.x, but gone awfully deep. Enjoying this battle out the front. Got a ringside seat for once. Oh, I'm in the wall. Oh, so I'm gone really quiet. I'm really trying hard here. Oh no, overshot. Oh, Wells, I'm sorry. Just let him through. Sorry, Wills. Pull that, come on. His Will's going to do one of his famous spins for me. Can't quite catch up with Danny. He has got a penalty, but he's too quick for me. I think fourth is going to be as good as I could get. Whew, that was hard. Hi Don, how you doing, my friend? How are you doing? And Jonesy, good evening, good evening, good evening. Whew. Well, I got a clean race bonus, which is good. We were doing okay for a while, but then just, yeah, started to get a bit worn out towards the end there. Lots of concentration. A hard car to drive around there, but I tell you what, that is some challenge and a really good race. When you get to grips with that one, that was a lot of fun. Really, really enjoyed that, and well done to the guys out front. And Jones is saying, hey, less of the commentator's curse. Come on, Wills. Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Good to see. I always said Wills would be on the podium when he stopped spinning it. And there you go. He's on the podium. He's quick. He's a race winner too. Delox was, actually he got second. Delox was first with a 1:41.599. Wheels Racing, the fastest lap of 1:40.419, and the fastest lap by some considerable margin. I think a second ahead of anybody else dancing through there. So well done, Wheels, in second. Danny C in third with a 1:42.168. I couldn't keep with those guys. I got fourth. Just kept Chris behind me, although he was chasing me down less than half a second across the line. Ollie in sixth, Stiggy in seventh. For your top three for the first one, Deluxe, Wheels Racing and Danny C. Right now, for the rest of the night, we get into regular GR racing. The randomizer has shown up Watkins Glen in the GR4s. 5 laps around here, 4 and 4 on the tyre and the fuel. The slipstream is strong and we're on racing hard tyres for this one. This is actually based on one of the daily races back in the day. Don't ask me what the OP car is. I haven't got a clue. And I am also not sure about the fuel consumption on this one. Will be quite interesting to see how that one pans out. So I am going to get the qualifier away at I'd like to do half past, but let's go 33. So that will be fine. 33 will be fine. But I will be getting away bang on time. Danny C's gone for the V8 Vantage. Could be a big old mix of cars in this one. Yeah, and then after this, we're going to go Brands Hatch in the GR3s, modelled on the Daily Race B, and then Yamigawa Reverse in the GR4s. Yamigawa Reverse, not a configuration that I am overly used to. We've got Ollie's going in the NSX, Danny's in the V8 Vantage, Deluxe is in the Cayman, Chris is in the Supra, Dong is in the Hurricane, that's not Kuznetsov, we call him Dong. Jonesy is in the Gr.x, Trigger is in the RCF, Stiggy's in the Elantra. So at the moment, we've got everybody in different cars. Okay, that makes for interesting reading. Everybody in different cars on this one. Rita, good evening. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you had a good weekend. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. So this one, I am going to be sitting out. I've done an hour's worth of pace chasing. And so I'm going to sit out of this one. And then I'll join the Brands Hatch one. And then I will probably sit out of Yamigawa just to rest. And then we'll be getting into some more daily race practice. Or maybe even a race or two afterwards. Oh, Jack Kobe's coming. We're going to have a busy lobby, I think. Jack's on his way. That will take us up to 12 runners, which is rather nice. And as I said, we got a bit of a mix of cars here. Matt Mikey's in the NSX, Deluxe in the Cayman. We'll drop. Ow. Oh, God. Sorry, my head hurts when I lean forward. Sorry about that. So Jack's just in. So Ollie is now an A+, and Jack Kobe's an A+. And then we've got Danny, Wills, Mad Mikey, Deluxe, Chris and myself are all A's. Dong is a B, as is Jonesy, Rita and Trigger. Stiggy's an E, but don't read anything into that because these guys are... Some of them are quicker than their rankings would otherwise indicate. We've got 2 minutes before we go. And I'm also considering... I'm not ready to do it yet, but I'm going to do probably a a long live stream, like, you know, 12, 24 hours, something like that. Maybe I might do it for Crohn's, I'm not sure. But my plan is to start from afresh and see how far up the DR order we can get, because a lot of people do reach out to me from time to time and say, Mitch, how long does it take to get to a B? How long does it take to get to a C? How long does it take to get to an A? Well, I can't answer about the A plus, and the A took me 2.5 years. But no, it might be quite an interesting experiment to do. Yeah, that's just something I'm working on at the moment. I just need to find some suitable time to do it. I don't think Chris has joined us in the chat yet. Baronel, good afternoon, good evening. Good evening. Sorry, I didn't see you jump in earlier on, but yeah, I don't think Chris is in the chat. So hoping that he will have got the message about potentially subscribing, not subscribing, but registering for PSR to come racing with us, because he seems pretty quick, and there was some good racing in that last one. So at the moment we've got Ollie's in the pits, Chris is in the Supra, being chased by Danny C in the Aston Martin with a half-second penalty at the moment, but it is 33, and we have got Jack Kobe, Ollie, Danny C, Wheels Racing, Mad Mikey, D-Locks, Chris, Dong, Jonesy, Rita, Trigger and Stiggy. Those are your runners. Let's get the qualifying underway. We've got a 5-minute quali, which should give them an out and at least one, maybe 2 laps, I would think, around here. If people are very quick, maybe 3, but I think they'll probably get 2 flyers, and we'll just have to see how we go. Let's put some replay options on and just see how we're going. Everybody's obviously on the Racing Hard tyres for this one. A bit unusual for my lobbies, because very often I will have the soft or the medium tyres. I'm not a great fan of the hard tyres, but obviously with this one, it is what it is, because this is modelled on a daily race from a while back. And I'll just remind you that Slipstream is on strong, so that is the idea there is under the longer straights that they can close up. So going into the bus stop will be an opportunity to close up. And there's a couple of other straights where they do have an opportunity to close up. So Stiggy is in the Elantra. He's in the primarily white with the green and blue trimming on it. Danny's in the blue Aston Martin. Wills is in the GTR. He's in the Get Well Soon Dickie Bird one. That was all for when we did the Game of Dan event. Rita is not in a red and yellow car that she normally is in. She's in more of a turquoise, greeny, turquoisey grey colour. Almost looks like sort of a minty theme, that one, but she's in the Mazda. Chris is in the green and yellow Supra. Dong is in the blue Hurricane. He's good in the Hurricane, so this could be quite interesting to see how he goes. Ollie's jumped into the NSX in the Pennzoil livery. Mad Mikey is in the Cayman, the blue and red Bex sponsored car. Trigger is in, is that a Lexus? It is a Lexus, black and orange car. And then Stiggy, we saw. D-Locks is in the blue Cayman, going slowly at the moment. And Jonesy is in the yellow and blue Impreza. He's quick in that car. So again, could be a very interesting one to watch. This one could be very interesting. I just saw Libias just joined us as well. Unfortunately, a little bit too late for this race, because we are into the qualifying at the moment. And the lead car at the moment is Danny C in the Aston Martin. So he's going to be the first pace setter. Let's see what time he puts in, although he's got another half a lap to do. He's going to come through the bus stop, using all of the curbs and kicking a little bit of the grass up on the way through. No worries about tyres and fuel in this one. This is a straightforward sprint. We are going to be doing 5 laps around here. So again, 1 lap shorter than my preferred 6, because normally I opt for 6 on the racing soft or racing medium tyres. This is going to be 5 laps, 4 and 4 tyre and fuel. So they are going to have tyres and fuel. I don't think the fuel will come into play too much. The tyres will wear a bit. I don't think they'll wear out, but it would be quite interesting to see how things go and whether people lean on them too much. There is no need to pit, but obviously if they do need to, then they will need to come in, and obviously that will then cost them quite a fair bit of time. And as I've said before, we are on strong slipstream, which again is something that's unusual, because my favourite is to go real. I tend to be more of a realist, a purist, whatever you want to call it. So I prefer the real slipstream, but we've gone for strong on this one just to try and see if in the race the cars will get the opportunity to close up on this straight going down into the tight right-hander, and then the run up the hill towards the bus stop, and then you also got the run up the hill after the first hairpin into the tight right-hander and that little infield section. Jack says you didn't show him. Did I not show Jack? Are you on track? There he is. There he is. He's on. Oh, he's in the Citroen. He's gone for the OP car. I imagine that livery is probably put together by Drat Fury. Jack goes with the silver, black and pink car, and the Citroen is the GR4 car of choice. At the moment it seems to be an absolute monster, although the other week PD ruled that out by having a different drivetrain. So yeah, surprised there aren't more people in the Citroen, if I'm perfectly honest. And we'll see how we go. So sorry, Jack. I don't know if I've missed anybody else out. Stiggy we saw, Trigger we saw, Rita we saw, Dong, Jonesy, Chris, D-Lox, Ollie. Wills we did see, because he's got the Dickie Bird livery, Mad Mikey and Danny C. So whether Jack will do a complete lap or whether he will come in, I don't know. But at the moment, it is very, 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 very tight out the front. It is 0.037 between Danny C and Mad Mikey for the pole. And then Wills Racing is only 0.329 behind. And then it's 0.146 to Ollie. And then 0.3 back to D-Lox. And then we are 0.4 back to Chris. So basically, as it stands, we've got the top 5 are all basically 1 second between the top 5 in this, and that is now changing. The top 6, because Danny C has just gone top with a 157.2, Ollie with a 157.291. So Danny's with a 157.228. Ollie a 157.291, Mad Mikey will 157.362. So these times are coming down, and still D-Lox is just a tad, a smidge over 1 second off of Danny C at the moment, and I think he's just jumped into 4th now, gone 0.256 behind. So as I said, now we've got the top 6 are within half a second of each other, and then it's a little Rita is 1.2 behind the leader, Dong 1.5, Jonesy 1.5, Trigger 1.9. So going to be quite interesting with this one. Very, 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 very close with the leaders at this precise moment in time. So we've got a 157.2 from Danny C. He's going to be leading us away on the front row with Ollie. Row number 2 will be Mad Mikey and D-Lox. They're followed by Chris and Wills. Then we've got Rita and Dong, followed by Jonesy and Trigger, Stiggy and Jack Kobe bringing up the rear at the moment. Jack not setting a time. I'm going to be spectating this one. I'll remind you that this is a 5-lap race rather than the 6, and just 5 laps. And a slipstream is set to strong. racing hard tyres, no need to pit in this one, but with the strong slipstream, could be interesting bringing cars together in this one. We'll have to see how we go. Right, let's get the spectate. Let's get some information on. And we are at Watkins Glen in the sunshine this evening. Looking really, really, really nice. It actually could be morning. I don't know what time it is, but the sun is out. The track is up to nice temperature. We're just waiting for the start lights. We've got 2, 3, 4 and 5 lights. We wait and then we are go at Watkins Glen. Oh, Matt Mikey with a beautiful start, and the Cayman as well. Deluxe with a great start off of the line. Those two guys jumped, Deluxe and Ollie, I think. And don't go too wide, guys, out of that corner. You don't want to be picking up any penalties. But Matt Mikey hits the front from Danny C, from Deluxe and Ollie. Jonesy's in 5th at the moment with Rita 6th, Chris 7th. Jack Kobe's already up to 8th from the back. Chris is in 8th, Wills 9th, Dom 10th, Trigger 11th and Stiggy in 12th. The man on the move, as expected, is Jack Kobe, but we're side by side as we go into the bus stop with Matt Mikey and Danny C. Danny C has to drop in behind. There's no way you can really get 2 by 2 through there. You can, but it invariably winds up with one of you in trouble. So I've learned to my cost that sometimes it's better just to tuck in behind and live another day, hunt down the guy in front, and there are much better places to overtake. But at the moment it is Matt Mikey from Danny C, from Ollie and Deluxe. Those are your top 4 at the moment. Rita up into 5th. Rita, no, 7th. Jack Kobe's up into 5th. Right, I tell you what, these places are swapping around all the time at the moment. It is hard to keep track on where everybody is. And I say that Danny C makes a move on Matt Mikey. A lovely little move down the inside. Matt Mikey just left the door open ever so slightly, and Danny said, I'll have some of that. But then Matt Mikey's got the inside for the left-hander. He's going to take that place back. Don't go out too wide, Matt Mikey. Then we're going to come through for the last couple of corners to finish lap number 1. Who is it going to be that is going to come across the line first? All those guys all using all of the curbs and more there. Whoa, Matt Mikey heavily into the barrier there. Not quite sure what happened there. He just seemed to go straight on. I don't know if that was a incredibly hard punt from somebody. Nobody's backing out, but Matt Mikey just seemed to zoom straight on as if he didn't brake. Oh, Matt Mikey's going to have to let me know in the chat what happened. At the moment, it is Deluxe from Danny C and Ollie out front. Those 3 guys are still racing together. So one would, he says, my issue. So Matt Mikey had it in the bag then, and he just, well, he went on like a Formula 1 racing car straight into the barrier. Glad it was nobody's issue, as in it wasn't an incident. It was all on himself. So now that does mean that Deluxe, Danny C and Ollie are free to run. Jonesy isn't too far away, and he's got Wheels Racing tight behind him, and then Jack Kobe's in the mix. So Jack is up to 6th already from the back. He's made 6 places up, and he's well placed at the moment to pick off a few more. So we have got Wheels Racing and Jonesy defending like crazy, and those two, I know how to really defend well. I don't know how they know. I just know that they are very good at defending. I can't get my words out. Oh, they're good defenders. So I reckon Jack could well have his work cut out. And this little group really close together now. So Deluxe is 0.026 ahead of Danny C, who is 0.1 ahead of Ollie, who's 0.1 ahead of Jonesy. And the places are changing. There's no point me trying to read out deltas at the moment. You can see on the screen that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars all completely locked together. Trigger and Rita just a little bit further back. This is turning into a little bit of a two group race, this one, but we're definitely going to stick with this because we've got 6 cars that are really running well together. Danny C having a look up the inside of Deluxe. He's going to have to be hard on the brakes. That Aston Martin is good on the brakes. It's good off the corners. Fair bit of grunt. Ollie looking for a way through as well there. Can't do it, but Deluxe all off the track there. Not sure if that is going to be a track limit penalty. He looked like he was all 4 wheels off the track, but the The camera just picked him up right at the end. Looks like he did get away with it. Danny C with no penalty at the moment. Denotes in second. Ollie third. Jonesy fourth. Jack Kobe up to fifth. So Jack has managed to get past Wheels Racing, but Wheels is right in the mix here. We are 3 by 3. Oh my word. How on earth are you guys getting through there without crashing? That's insane. 2 rows of 3 into that corner, into the bus stop. That's just crazy, guys. Come on. What are we like? Oh my word. So we got a car going off, I think, in the background there. That's Jack Kobe into the wall. Oh no, Jack was trying to work his way through there. He now finds himself back in 8th position, and he's in amongst the back little race that was going on. We got a couple of back markers. Chris and Matt Mikey just recovering from the back. But out front, it is Ollie and Dan that are still going for it. Dan going for a move up the inside. So I think that NSX has got some grunt on the straights, and Danny seems to be able to come back through the twisty bits. That seems to be what I'm seeing. I might not be entirely true because I haven't been analysing it that much, but we're now down to 4 out front. We've got Danny C, Ollie, Jonesy and Wills. Stiggy 3.7 off the back now with Jack Kobe trying to recover. He's up to 6th. He's going to want to get back onto the back of the leading group. And then we've got Dong is in 7th. Reed's right tight on his back bumper. And then Trigger, Denotes, Chris and Mav Mikey at the back there still at the moment. But it is Danny C from Ollie. Is there anything that Ollie can do? We are on lap 4 of 5. We go up the hill towards the bus stop, over the rise, and sweep round to the left. They're going to be watching for their break points. They're going to have to hit those hard. Danny C takes the middle of the track. He's going for the more defensive line. Ollie's going to try for a run around the outside. He does get around the outside. That NSX very quick up the hill. But then, as we've seen, Danny C can come back under the twisty bit. So we are seeing the pros and cons of these 2 cars, and it's making for some really, really exciting racing. But can Ollie hold on? Or can Jonesy or Wills do anything in the background to try and close up? Jonesy just making a move. Oh, Ollie into the barrier. Danny C will have seen that as we get into the twisty bit. This is where Danny has been quick. Danny sweeps around the outside. Ollie picks himself up a half-second penalty with Jonesy only 1 second behind. That could put Ollie into trouble. And Jonesy's got Wheels Racing tight behind him. And then Jack Kobe 3 seconds off. So he's at the head of the chasing pack. But what can these 4 guys up front do? Jonesy just going around the outside of Wheels. He's going to get the inside for this one. So Wheels is going to have to tuck in behind. These 2 really, really pushing hard. Wheels all over the back of Jonesy at the moment. And Ollie is all over the back of Danny as well. Interesting to see who's going to come out in 3rd place at the moment. Wheels needs a really good exit of this corner. Pushing Jonesy. They know that Ollie's got that penalty. Danny C will know that as well. And he's got Ollie right on his back bumper. We now get into the sector where the NSX is very, very, very quick. Ollie pushing on really hard. He wants to try and get up ahead, but he picks up another half-second penalty by putting another wheel over the line. So all Danny C's got to do is just keep this smooth, keep this tidy. Ollie having a look round the outside. He knows this is a place where the NSX is quicker, but Danny C's got the inside line covered this time. Ollie not quite. Oh, he has got in front again, as you can see. The NSX superior up the hill under power, and then Danny gets the superior traction through the corners and off the corners. And of course Ollie now with the 1 second penalty, that is going to put him in the clutches of Jonesy and Wheels Racing. Wheels is right on the back of Jonesy. He's really not letting up. Jonesy's soaking up the pressure, corner after corner after corner, and Wheels, you can see he's pushing. He's all 4 wheels off the track there. I don't know if that is a penalty corner. I don't think it is. I think he's got away with that. So this little battle can resume, but Jonesy's just got a couple of tenths of a second gap at the moment. Wheels Racing can see Jack Kobe coming down. He pulls out on the inside to try and get the inside for this corner. Wheels he's going to get that one done, I think. Yeah, Jonesy has to just tuck in behind, but Jonesy isn't giving in. He's trying for the inside into this one. Side by side, Wheels having to give Jonesy a little bit of room, but Jonesy just tucking behind. He's got Jack Kobe behind him now. Danny C with a 1.7 lead. We're on the final lap. He is going to come across to take the lead, so long as he doesn't bin it on this last corner. I'm sure that he won't. It's a beautiful exit, a beautiful line. The Aston Martin superior through the corners. He's going to come across to take the win. Ollie is going to come across second. Then we've got Wheels, Jack Kobe, Jonesy, and then Stiggy is going to come across the line to get sixth, just ahead of Dong and Rita. They're all there together. Trigger ninth, Deluxe in 10th. Chris is going to come across in 11th. And Mad Mikey just bringing up the rear after that enormous fast crash into the barrier at the beginning of the race. Oh, but boy, oh boy, that was some racing throughout on that one. I will save the replay. I didn't see any issues. I hope there aren't any stewards' inquiries, because that was a proper banger. Everybody really close, and Aston Martin so quick through the corners, but the NSX just absolutely flying up the hill. They were changing positions for the lead all the way through. Then Ollie got that 1 second penalty. And I think then it really was Danny C. All he needed to do was just settle into the groove, keep it a straight line, keep it going and bring it home. Wow, Ollie says, sorry for making it 3 wide before the bus stop. Got a bump, so I had to send it. Ollie, it wasn't just 3 wide, it was 3 by 3. There were 6 of you, and it was 3 wide and 3 wide. Incredible. Right, Danny C was your winner with a 156.797. Ollie in second with a 156.766, and Wills with a 156.962. Jack Kobe did get the fastest lap in Citroen, a 156.060, and then it was Jonesy 5th, Stiggy 6th, Dong 7th, Rita in 8th. Trigger came home in 9th, ahead of Deluxe in 10th. Chris in 11th, and Mad Mikey, respect you for carrying on after a monumental crash into the barrier that would have absolutely obliterated his car in real world. He went into there so hard. So Danny C, Ollie and Wills Racing a 1, 2, 3. I did set my mate, right, the mic is probably breaking up a bit because the CPU on my computer has gone bonkers. So hopefully that will settle down in a minute, Rita. Right, let's get the next one loaded up. We're going to be heading off to Brands Hatch for what is effectively Daily Race A. And I hope in a few moments my CPU on my computer will drop. It does tend to do that from time to time. So there could be a bit of lagging on the stream as well. I'll just keep an eye on that for a moment. It does seem to be staying up an awful long time. We've got nothing untoward going on. Okay, drop back down to 30 now, so we should be okay. Have I got the wrong car? Hang on a minute, have I got it set up wrong? I have. Should be a GL3. Let's just change that. Get the right car. It just seems so weird having GR3s around here. Now, one word of caution, guys. Well, first of all, one word of caution is that qualifier is going to be on the hour. One word of caution for the daily race, the BOP has been set to slow. To basically slow the cars down, I think, a little bit. Obviously, I don't have that ability to do that in the lobby. It is basically what it is. I can only turn the BOP on So these cars could be just a little bit quicker than we expect. So if you could just keep that one in the back of your mind. Hopefully the microphone will be a little bit better now. The CPU has dropped, and hopefully it won't be a lot longer before I'll be able to get a new PC and see if that improves some of those bits and pieces. Thanks, Rita. Yeah, this car seems a lot more lively with this level of bop on. Couple of minutes and then we'll get going. We'll need to have a little look and see who we've got in the room. Just push the brake in a little bit too late there. This Porsche does love to kill me. It really, really does. Right, we've got Jack Kobe and Ollie, Danny C, Wheels Racing, Mad Mikey, Deluxe, Chris, me, Dong, Jonesy, Rita, Sim Racing's joined us, and Stiggy. So we've got 13 runners in this one. And we are going to be going into the quali, 5-minute quali, and we'll get into this one in just a few minutes. Should be about a 10 or 15 minute, well, probably getting on for 15-minute race. Maybe 20 minutes with the quali and the overruns, and then we will be getting into the longer race, which should be probably about half an hour to take us up to 11 o'clock, at which point I'm going to be heading off into the dailies just for a short while. Right, so let's see how we go. Ollie's gone in the 4C. Danny's in the McLaren. The 992 is the OP car. Deluxe is in the McLaren. Dong is in the Hurricane. Rita's gone for the M6 Sprint. Going to be very interesting to see how that one goes. Sim Racing's in the Italia. And Stiggy's in the 992. So let's get the qualifying underway and see what we can do. I did try the M6. But found that to be just a little bit slow. The other car that is a contender in this one for the dailies is the Ferrari 296. The fastest lap in the world has been set by the Ferrari. There is an M6 in the top 50, or there was earlier on when I looked. Otherwise, pretty much everybody's in this Porsche 992 that was introduced into the game just recently, and it still seems to be one of the go-to cars for a lot of people. But it's good to see a few other cars out on track. Leave a little bit of space in a moment. Yannick, thank you for subscribing, my friend. I appreciate you. And thank you for your support. Whoa. How on earth did I save that one? Oh, Dong's off. Got a couple of cars off there. Oh, I'm off. There's a couple of marks in the daily races that I use going into that first corner, and they're not there. Ugh. Oh, huge crash. Sorry, Sim. Oh, somebody else has taken him out too. That was all on me. I dropped it. Sorry, Sim Racing. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. God, this is different to the dailies. Will's racing with a 1:25.7 on the fastest lap at the moment. I can see people changing at the top. Mav Mikey and Danny C are second and third respectively. Oh, that bop is very, very different to the daily. It is, in my opinion. But anyway. We're not going to get around for another one. Not sure how much this is going to help me with regards to the dailies because it feels so different. I'm having to brake quite a bit earlier, so I think that with the difference, it's annoying you can't set the bop setting. Once again, it would be very, very nice if PD were, you could go into the daily race and save the race settings and then use those in a lobby, but I don't believe there's any way of doing that at the moment. So we're finding ourselves way down in 10th at the moment. Got Mav, Mikey, Wills and Ollie are 1, 2, 3, but they are still running at the moment, so the places at the front could well change. Danny C's just put himself into third. I'm 2.5 seconds off the pace at the moment. I've got Rita and Dong, D-Lock's ahead of me, Stiggy as well. Stiggy's going well. Jonesy's up there in 5th at the moment, and I just get demoted down into 11th. So pretty much going to be running at the very, very back, I think. Mad Mikey is 0.186 ahead of Wheels at the moment, who's 0.3 behind. Danny's just 0.360 behind, and Ollie 0.65. Jonesy's 0.87. So we've got the top 5 are within a second of the leader, and then it does drop back a little bit. 1.3 Stiggy, 1.5 to D-Locks, 1.8 to Dong. So yeah, we've got our work cut out. We have got our work cut out here, and we're going to be starting 11th. The 2 cars behind, all Bumblebee Poyers. We got a few people joining us actually at the moment, so let's get this one underway. The grid is made up of Mad Mikey and Wheels on row 1, Danny C and Ollie on row 2, Jonesy and Stiggy row 3, row 4 is D-Locks and Dong, Rita and Chris are behind, then it's me and Jack Kobe, and then Sim Racing on the back. And he probably killed his times when we went around, and at the moment I can't start the race. Now we can. Okay, let's see how we go. We've got some work to do here. We've got some serious work, and I've got Jack Kobe right on my back bumper too. So no pressure. Well, I completely loused that up. I did say to you, this Porsche does love to kill me. Yeah, off the back of the BMW there. Good to go. Ooh, nested off in the gravel. We go and chase after Rita again. One lap shootout. Let's see if I can get by. Oh. Oh dear, 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 dear. Rachel, good evening. Kankaman, good evening. We'd love to join and won't be acting atrocious because of bad controller this time. Not a problem. Farronell, and now I wonder what sim racing games were on the NES. Ooh. Right. Let's get into this one and see. Oh, that was a terrible, terrible. I binned it massively and almost put it into the into the pit. Oh, it was going well, and yeah, just overcooked it a little bit. Just coming out of the corner. The Porsche does love to kill me. Really, really does love to kill me an awful lot. As you saw. Rachel says, love your model at the side. If you, is it a new one? Love the Porsche. It's not necessarily new. I've had it for a while. But I wanted the Golf livery. Let me just bring it over. I wanted the Golf livery, and there we go. I wanted the Golf livery, but I also wanted the one with the orange wheels. And it's a lovely model, this one. It's all, it doesn't open, that one. That's the only thing. It doesn't open up. But a lot of them, they just have the black wheels, and don't like the black wheels quite so much. Danak, he's disappearing. Thank you for popping in, my friend, and racing. Right, Mad Mikey was your winner. He didn't put it in the barrier this time. He got all the way round and a 125.456 best lap. Danny C in second with a 125.574, and Ollie in third with a 125.660. Jack Kobe with a massive 124.652 around here for the fastest lap in fourth. Jonesy fifth, Stiggy sixth, D-Lock seventh, Chris in eighth, Dong in ninth, Wheels 10th, Rita 11th, I got 12th, and Sim Racing putting in the gravel there in 13th. Me almost putting myself into the pit. Mad Mikey, Danny C and Ollie, you're 1, 2 and 3, and I think that I probably get the prize for the most stupidest of accidents in that one. Looks like we're losing Jonesy as well. Good evening, good night, Jonesy. Thank you for popping in. And Rita's disappearing. Good night, my friend. Thank you for popping in too. So we're losing a few people right now. Deadpool just saying everyone's lap pretty close. Jack just doesn't even give us a fastest lap chance. Well, we've got to earn it. We've got to earn it if we're going to do it. So it's that easy. It's that easy. Right. So we're going to go for the qualifier. It's going to be at 25 past. This one. Ooh. Stiggy's going to watch this one. Right. Bumblebee has already had a Bumblebee to the left, and just checking a few in here. Oh, blah, blah, blah. So where are we? Did I say 25 to? I can't remember what I said now. Yeah. So we're going to get about. So we lost a few. We've Jack, Kobe, Ollie, Wills, D-Lox, Chris, Dong, Sim, and Kankerman are going to be your runners. Jack Kobe's going in a Citroen. Ollie's in a Citroen. Wills is also in a Citroen. It's going to be a quick car around here, that one. D-Lox has gone for the Cayman. Chris is also in the Citroen. Dong's gone for the NSX. Sim Racing is in the Vantage. And Kankabani in Electra. And Drak Fury's just joining us. And we'll see how we go with this one. Jack Kobe, I was on for a high 23 around there, but Ollie got in my way. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Yes, there is a mandatory pit for this one. There is definitely a mandatory pit. I don't know whether it's a stop and go or quite what it is, but yeah, definitely a stop and go. Drak, Sim. I need Drak and Sim. Please tick in. Jack Kobe is suggesting to change his tyres. Stiggy's going to watch. So we're at 25 past. Let's get this one underway. I'm going to go with the qualifying and then we'll have the full race. So this should take us up to just before 11 o'clock quite nicely tonight. I am going to be spectating this one because I'm trying to race one, spectate one, just so that I don't put too much pressure on my back. And then I want to try and just do a little bit more pace chasing or maybe even a race just to see how I do in the daily race B tonight. I've got my A. I'm desperate not to lose it, but there's no point not trying. So if I do lose it, I do lose it. It is that easy. I am not going to sit in the and not race. So the Citroen should be very, very quick around here. It is the OP car in the daily race. And looking at some of the replays, in particular where you come down through the little Essie bit, and they're really jumping across the chicanes. So it'll be across the curbs. It'll be very, very, this bit here, very interesting to see how much of the curbs they're jumping. You can see wheels there all over both of those two, but in my mind, it does unsettle the car, and as you saw there, wheeled straight into the barrier. So I don't know how other people are going to be taking it. On board with Kankerman now. See, he's taking it nice and cautiously. I don't know where's Jack Kobe. I don't know how Jack is going to be taking these corners. Jack very, very good at hooking up the inside of the curbs. As I say that, he puts it across the grass and into the barrier. But Jack is normally very, very good at hooking up the curbs, which can pull the car around. And then it should be flat down here. Jack Kobe was actually off the power there, but a couple of the guys I was watching earlier on were completely flat through that elongated S section and the full commitment. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how people do in this one. And we got a few different cars. We'll have to see how they go. Right, so we got Jack Kobe out front. He is going to be the first to set a time, so we'll just see how he goes on his lap. Reverse configuration, this one, not a configuration that we do very often, but it did look quite a nice flowing track backwards, this one. So this is the bit where they jump across the curbs quite a lot, just this little downhill section. Let's see what Jack does. So he's taking it easy this time. See, that's before he's off onto the grass again. Yeah, a lot of them, the faster racers, are really, really, really attacking those curbs massively. And I'm not a great fan of that. We're just watching denotes coming down the hill. See, that's what I prefer to do, is just hook up the insides. Oh, he does jump across the inside of that one. I like to just shred my way through, and we've still got a little bit of time before we see how people are doing. Sim Racing just threading his way through as well. Nicely done. Ollie following through, and they go up the hill, over the top, and looks like Jack did abort that one. So he wants to start at the back. So it's going to be Drak Fury that is going to come across the line and set the lead lap time that everybody's going to be chasing. It's a 1:47.817, and Will's knocking 2.5 seconds off of that with a 1:45.1. Dong with a 1:52.0. Chris going then fastest with a 1:44.6. So the first of the races into the 1:44s. Denotes just outside the 1:45s, with just outside the 1:44s. He's got a 1:45.035. Jack Kobe saying, "This is my first time around here. Give me a break." No way, mate. You could drive any car, any place, any track, any way round. I know that. No, it's always difficult when you go for a new track, and like I said, the reverse. Very, very, very rarely do we run reverse around here, and normally you're coming off and down the hill and then turning and then up through, so it's quite difficult to get the car slowed down at the bottom of those S's before you're into the grass. So we could see a few people doing that. At the moment, no such problem for Chris. He's got a 1:44.602 and the fastest lap. He's even going to go up the inside of Dong, even though they're on the quali. He still wants to push on more. Dong's now got a nice ghost car in front of him. Dong in 7th at the moment with a 1:52.0. Can he use Chris to help him to get further up? We'll have to see. It's Chris out front, the only one in the 1:44s at the moment. Or Will's just recovering from a spin. I'm not on track, so Will's is picking up the spins, picking up where I left off, although it wasn't quite as spectacular as my spin into the pits at Brands. How on earth I didn't actually get in the pits, managed to keep it out, I'm not quite sure. But it does look like it is going to be Chris, the only one in the 1:44s at the moment. Denotes second. He's 0.873 behind and 0.8085 ahead of Will's. And there's a little bit of change going on in the midfield there. Ollie in 4th at the moment, Drak Fury 5th, and Jack Kobe is, I think you'll prefer this race this week. I probably would, Jack, but the only thing is I'm a bit worried about the longer distance with my back and my head and the pressure in my head with my brain. I'm finding that just doing the daily B is putting pressure in my head, so I do need to be a little bit careful. Deadpool just saying I did a 3-hour enduro race here in GT Sport with Group C cars and it was epic. Right, Chris is going to be leading us away with Denotes on row number 1. Row number 2 is Wills and Ollie. Row number 3 is Drat Fury and Sim Racing. Number 4 is Kankaman and Dong. And then we've got Jack Kobe on his own at the back. Let's get this one underway. It's a 15-minute race. The guys will have to pit. When they pit is entirely up to them. They might pit early for track position. They might go long for track position, or they might do the norm and pit midway through the race. Who knows? Let's see how they go. And obviously, different configuration to normal. So how are they going to get to grips with that? Maybe some of these have been doing daily race Cs all day and they're going to be quick. As you heard, Jack Kobe is not used to this one. He's learning his way around. So how quickly can the PSR Alien get to grips? We are on a rolling start as it is for the daily races. So Chris is going to lead us away with Denotes in second, Wills Racing third, Ollie in fourth. Don't imagine there will be much passing and changing of positions until we get through the first corner. There might be a dive into the first corner, but I'll be quite surprised. And I think that it is pretty much status quo as we go. Wills Racing right on the back of Denotes looking for a way through. And then it's a case of who is going to be brave across the curbs, who is going to keep it in a straight line and who is going to bin it. It is Chris out front from Denotes, from Wills Racing, from Ollie, Drat Fury, then Sim Racing in 6th. Jack Kobe is already up to 7th and Dong in 8th. So if Jack Kobe started at the back to already be up into 7th, that's pretty good going. 9 runners in this one. And Chris making his way out front at the moment in that Citroen. The Citroen is the OP car, I believe, around here this week. Wills Racing trying to find a way round Denotes there. I think he did just about get that one done. And Denotes in the Hurricane. No, Denotes is in the Porsche, getting a move up inside Wills Racing. So Wills gone a little bit wide, I think, possibly onto the grass a little bit there. So Ollie's going to find his way through. Drat Fury on the grass. Jack Kobe, I think, was just on the track. Difficult to see from the camera angle there, but it is Chris from Denotes out front at the moment. Chris is 1.1 down the road, but Denotes has got Ollie all over the back of him. Ollie wants second now. Ollie in the OP car. Denotes fighting in the Porsche. Wills is also in the Citroen, as is Jack Kobe. Jack Kobe with 2 wheels on the grass. He's pushing. He's up to 5th already, is Jack. And I tell you what, somebody else who's going well is Sim Racing in the Aston Martin, just getting ahead of Drat Fury. Drat Fury in the Hurricane. That Aston Martin looking pretty good around here. And then we have got Dong is in 8th and Kankaman bringing up the rear at the moment. But out front it is Chris by I was going to say it was a comfortable margin. It's come down to 0.8 now. So Denotes and Ollie, I don't know whether they're fighting or working together. If they're working together, it is working because they are just starting to gain a little bit on Chris. As I say that, Chris pushes the margin back out to almost a second. So is Denotes and Ollie going to work together, or are they going to fight? Denotes all over the curb. Ollie taking the slightly safer route through there, but Ollie can see he's got Wills Racing and Jack Kobe behind. Jack Kobe up to 5th and pushing hard, and he's going to look for a way through on the inside into this left-hander. I think he's got that one done. He has. Wills Racing will tuck in behind Jack Kobe, and if he's got any sense, he'll cling onto the back of that car and see if Jack Kobe will pull him forwards and then pull him past the other 2 in front. Or maybe Wills might just think, I can actually get past Jack Kobe, I'm quicker. We will see. Ollie having a little look on the outside of Denotes. Denotes going defensive. Jack Kobe can see that. Jack Kobe trying to split the 2. Not sure whether he wants to go through the middle. He's going to go up the inside as Ollie goes off heavily into the barrier. Oh, that's a shame. It was a great little battle that was forming there. And Jack Kobe up into 2nd already in the Citroen. The Citroen showing that it really is a monster of a car around here. But Denotes is still going well in the Cayman. Chris out front at the moment. Nearly 2 seconds. And Jack Kobe is now on the hunt. We're only on lap number 3 of 15. There's a long, long way to go have already got the field fairly well spread out. At the moment, it is Chris who's 1.7 ahead of Jack Kobe, who's 1 ahead of Wills, who has got Deluxe right with him. Then it's 5 seconds back to Sim Racing. He's got Drat Fury just half a second behind. Half a second further back is Dong. And then Dong has got Can Command a full 7.5 seconds back. And then it is 6 back to Ollie, who is recovering from that awful crash that he just had where he went around. So Ollie has got quite a lot of time to make up and ground to make up. He's not slow, he's quick, so we'll see how he goes, see if he can catch up with Can Command. But a little bit of a lonely race for Can Command and Ollie at the back. We've got a nice little battle forming midway in the race here. Sim Racing, Drat Fury and Dong. This is the battle on track. The guys out front are pretty much split. Drat Fury just looking for a different angle through there, trying to find a little bit of extra speed, using all of the curbs. Should be flat all the way down through this section into the first corner, and then you want to get through that first corner and then on the power as soon as you can for the start finish straight. As they go across the start finish line, it is going to be Chris from Jack Kobe, from Deluxe, from Wills Racing, and then this little group, Sim Racing, Drat Fury and Dong all together. Not a lot to split these three at the moment. Can Command we can just see at the back at the end of the straight, along with Ollie. I'm not used to Ollie being at the back, so he's throwing me a little bit. But this little battle here is forming out to be a really nice battle all the way through this. There is still a battle up front as well. So Jack Kobe now just 0.8 behind Chris. So there is a battle for the lead, and there is a battle for third. Wills Racing right on the back of Deluxe. These two have really been battling. I'm not racing in this one, so hopefully Wills will keep it in a straight line. Can he get past Deluxe? We know that Citroen is quick, but Deluxe is also very quick in the Citroen. He's placing his car really well and defending really well from the Citroens. He's got the inside line for this one. He's going to get the inside line for the fast left-hander. And then we're going to head down through the S's. The Citroen just hits the front. Wills Racing. He will need that because that Citroen will go flat down here. Does he lift? He's fully committed at the moment. He does lift. He does lift. So, oh no, he's hard into the barrier. Hard into the barrier. That's let Deluxe through. As they go round the tight right-hander to start the next lap. Wills is still pushing. He's on the grass now. So Wills is 1.3 back from Deluxe out front. Chris is 1 second ahead of Jack Kobe. So Jack Kobe was closing up. He's dropped back ever so slightly, but these guys are 5 seconds ahead of Deluxe, who's comfortably in third at the moment. Wills Racing 2.5 back, but he'll be pushing. And as I said, many times that Citroen is very quick. Drat Fury just getting the better of Dong and Sim Racing at the moment. So Drat Fury is 0.8 ahead of Dong, and Dong has gapped Sim Racing by 2 seconds. Ollie is only 10 off the back now. Can Command is 2.4 back. So Ollie is on the move in that Citroen. He certainly hasn't given up, and there is a long way to go yet. Out front, it is Chris, who has now got Jack Kobe 0.4 behind. So Jack Kobe is closed up massively through that technical section. And then these two Citroens, are they going to go flat out down through the S's? Let's have a little look. We're on board with Jack Kobe. He's planted. Does he lift? How committed are these guys? He's fully planted. No, he lifts. So Jack Kobe does lift through the S's and coasting through one of them. Chris, 0.2 out front at the moment. Got the inside line covered. Running beautiful lines. Jack Kobe's got a lovely slipstream as we come down to start the start-finish straight. Chris is going to hope that he can just stay ahead into the first corner. Jack Kobe makes a move for the inside. Chris slightly later on the brakes, managed to keep the place. Don't go too wide, guys. Oh, Jack Kobe all over the curb again there. 2 wheels on the grass. Chris keeping it on the track, all 4 wheels. Threading their way through these corners now. They're not risking it too much on the curbs. As I said, I tend to find that the curbs really unsettle the cars, so I really don't like the curbs very much at all, but the fastest way is to jump a lot of these curbs. It is Jack Kobe chasing down Chris at the moment. Deadpool's hoping that this is going to be another classic race. It's looking pretty classic with these two, and also just a little bit behind you got Wheels is 10 seconds back, 7 ahead of Dong, but Dong has got Sim Racing 2.6 behind, then 6.5 back to Delox, and Ollie and Delox are locked in battle now, so Ollie has not given up. He's still trying to find his way through. Ollie's actually up to 7 from 9th. He was dead last at 1 point, so he is seriously on the move, and I think he will probably get Delox in a moment. I have a funny feeling, although Delox has been running a really good race in that Porsche. Strat Fury dropping back down to 8th and Kankaman in 9th at the moment. Just on board with Ollie. Jack has made a move out the front. He has hit the front. Can Ollie make a move? He's going to try and move around the outside. He can't quite get that done. We're going to go down through the S's. The leaders are lifting through here. What's Ollie going to do? He is going to lift, so a lot of them are lifting. Oh, but Ollie hard into the wall. Oh, Ollie. Chris in for a pit stop. So he's blinked ahead of Jack Kobe and Wheels Racing. Maybe he's going for the undercut. Wheels is now 11 seconds off of the lead, and Jack Kobe needs a monstrous lap now to make sure that the undercut doesn't pay off. Does the undercut work? Does the overcut work? Jack Kobe on lap number 7 of 15. And Chris has pitted. Ollie's also in. He's had enough of those tyres. And you can see that the racing medium tyres, they really do eat a lot on the right-hand front tyre with some of these corners. Some very long, fast right-handers where you really lean on the tyres. But Jack's tyres looking in pretty good nick. Will's tyres looking very good at the moment. I don't know if there's any benefit to running long. We'll see. But Chris is 18 seconds behind Jack Kobe. So I don't think Jack has made up enough time at the moment. I don't know how long the pit stop is. But he's only got 18 seconds in the bag. And I tell you what, Chris is absolutely flying. He's now got that down to 17.5 seconds. So he's eating time out of Jack Kobe all of the time at the moment. Is Jack coming in? He is. Jack does come in. We will see. I have a funny feeling that Chris, his times were quick enough that he's probably going to come out in front. He comes around the final corner. Jack Kobe hasn't even reached his box yet. He's just in the box. The tyres are going on. And we get Chris coming across the start-finish line. Jack Kobe gets moving. He's going to be... Yes, Chris just dives across in front of him. 0.3 of a second. Wow. So the undercut did work. And Chris really making those tyres work. But of course, Chris has now got 1 lap older tyres. And Jack Kobe will get his turned on pretty quickly. And then he's going to have better tyres towards the end of the race. But it is Wheels Racing out front with a half-second penalty at the moment. He hasn't pitted. His tyres are still looking really good, actually. He will need to pit. Not only the tyres will not go to full distance, but he is a mandatory pit stop on this one, and a half-second penalty is going to hurt. Just behind, we've got Chris and Jack Kobe feeding their way across, and Jack Kobe jumping across the curb there to get up alongside Chris. Side by side as they go down to the fast right-hander before the S's. Jack Kobe manages to hit the front. How brave is Chris going to be? When I was watching earlier on, some of the guys were definitely going flat down here and not lifting, but these guys are. We've seen that Jack Kobe lifts. Chris lifts. They're both side by side. A little bit of a nudge there, and Jack Coby gets sideways, not sideways, but very squirrely on the back end there. And Chris just jumps in behind. Jack Coby out front. Well, he will in a moment when he comes across the line. There we go. Wheels Racing in for his pit. And Jack Coby is going to resume the lead. Just 0.3 ahead of Chris. Chris really is not letting up anything in this one. The other battle that we've got on track at the moment is Ollie and Drak Fury. Ollie is still trying to recover. He does get past Drak Fury just as we go on board to get 7th place. But he's now chasing Sim Racing, who is in the pits. And he's 16 down the road. But he does look like Ollie has done his pit stop. He's got some good tyres on that car. So it looks like Ollie may well get... He does get 6th place, just as I was saying that. And he's 9.4 off the back of Dong. Dong has also pitted. So I think everybody's pitted now, looking at the tyres. So it is now a run to the end of the race. It is Jack Coby out front by half a second, and Chris has now got a half a second penalty. So Chris is pushing hard. Maybe a little bit of a rare error with some dirty air off of the Jack Coby, maybe, because Chris has been running a beautiful race. And now that he's in the dirty hair behind Jack Coby, you can see that 0.5 badge above his car, that he'll want to get rid of that badge as soon as he can. And he's also going to want to try and stay with Jack Coby. Jack Coby just pushing it out to 0.8 at the moment. You see Chris is going to come across the penalty line in a moment and just take that penalty. So he's slowing down. That is going to gift Jack Coby a good sort of 1.5, 2 seconds. Oh, it hurts. Half a second, and it's gone out to over 2 seconds. Wow, that is a really expensive penalty. Chris is going to have to really knuckle down now with Jack Coby 2.1 out front. Wheels Racing is 14 seconds off the back of these two out front, showing that they really are in a class of their own. And Wheels Racing taking a little run across the grass. Oh no, Wheels, why is it whenever I go on board with you, you spin it? It might look great, but it doesn't do your times any good, my friend. Dirty tyres now. Watch it, look after it. Dong is reigning in the time now. He was some 12, 13 seconds back, and you can see he's now down to just under 8 seconds. So Dong will be enjoying seeing that lap time coming down, and he's probably going to be completely rejuvenated now. We know that the NSX is pretty quick on the straights, and he can see that Wheels is just 8 seconds down the road, but Dong does have D-Locks chasing hard in the Cayman, still going really well. Ollie's up to 6th at the moment, 3.3 behind D-Locks. Ollie trying to recover from the back. He's had a few moments as well since that big accident. Hard on the grass there, a little bit loose on the grass as he goes through that little section. And as we go into lap number 11 in just a moment, it is going to be Jack Coby 3.6 seconds ahead of Chris. He gets the fastest lap of 1:42.331. Chris 3.6 back, but 18 seconds ahead of Wheels. So these two guys out front. Is there anything that Chris can do to chase down Jack Coby, or is Jack going to bring it home for another really well-deserved win? We're on lap 11 of 15. The tyre situation, well, Jack Coby's tyres so much better than Chris's. Chris is probably going to be looking at those tyres and thinking, how on earth have I eaten those tyres so much? I don't know whether he's been leaning on them really heavily through some of the fast right-hand corners, but that left-hand front tyre really has gone away from him, and that's going to be hurting. And you can see that Jack Coby's got very, very little tyre wear on the on that one compared. Wheels Racing, his tyres are looking good. He's got a half-second penalty, so Wheels is still pushing on and pushing on. just on board with him, so hopefully that won't result in another spin. I am seeing a pattern. When I race, I spin. Wheels doesn't. When I commentate, I don't spin. Wheels does. Wheels, the two of you and I, we've got to stop spinning, mate. We've got to learn to stop spinning the cars. Dong chasing down. He's dropped back a little bit, 10.8 behind Wheels. So Wheels going well in third and looking like a fairly secure podium at the moment. Gr.x is chasing down Dong. He's 2.5 behind. You can see him on track. So this does seem to be one of the few battles that are on track at the moment. It is very, very, very spread out. I'll just give you the deltas. 4.6 between Jacoby and Chris. 17 seconds back to Wheels. 11 back to Dong. 1.8 back to Gr.x, who's 3.2 ahead of Ollie. And then we've got 6.7 back to Sim Racing, who is 24 seconds ahead of Kankaman. And then we've got Drak Fury 2.5 seconds further back. Drak seems to be having a bit of a mare in this one. I thought he was going very well mid-pack, but it's all gone a little bit wrong, and he's back down in 9th at this precise moment in time. But Jacoby, he's leading the way. He's showing why he is the PSR alien. He's showing his skills, but Chris, is Chris going to be in for a tyre? Why is Chris eating his tyres so much more than anybody else? Do you know what? Wheels could even get a second place here. Wheels has got a half-second penalty. We know how much that hurts around here. But if he can continue to push on, I'm wondering whether Chris is going to need to come in. Chris has absolutely eaten his tyres. You can see that car moving around all over the place. He's got no grip on the front. Battling with the car. No such shenanigans for Jacoby. He's not even half worn. And Chris does need to dive into the pits. This is a two-stopper for Chris. Oh, that tyre absolutely eroded on him. And Wheels, if he's pushing on, could potentially snatch second place here. He has got the penalty to serve. But Chris is coming out of the pits as Wheels goes by. And he does just get ahead. Now we know that Chris is quick, and we know that Chris has now got a brand new set of tyres. And Chris is going to want that place back. And Wheels, keep it out of the gravel. Keep it out of the grass. Keep it from spinning. He's just got 2 laps to hold on after this one. So basically 2 3/4 laps. That's all. We'll go on board with Chris. He has got the better tyres. Jacoby is now 24 seconds down the road in an absolute class of his own. Dong is 12 seconds away from this little group, but Gr.x has closed up and he's right on the back of Dong now. So this is proving to be a beautiful little battle. So we've got a battle between Wheels and Chris. We've got a battle between Dong and Gr.x. I'm going to need to flick backwards and forwards between these two because this is really, really exciting. Chris is just off the back of Wheels at the moment, but the real battle is, can Gr.x get past Dong, or can Dong hold on? Tyre situation, very, very different between, well, it's not that different between these two. The Porsche with a slight advantage on the tyres, but he is in the dirty area. He's going to be sliding around a little bit. Can Gr.x push Dong and chew those tyres up just a little bit more? Can Gr.x be good on the tyres? Just getting into the back of Dong there a little bit. Gr.x is going to have to just tuck in behind. He does so. So as Gr.x just gives that place back, he's dropped half a second behind, so he's going to need to get back on it now, use that slipstream and try and close up. Chris has got past Wheels Racing, so he did get that one done, but he's 26 seconds off the back. Is there anything that Wheels can do with the slipstream in this one? We're on lap 14 of 15. halfway round for these guys. Jacoby, 27 seconds out front and absolutely monstering it. He's in a class of his own in this one. No need to take it desperately over the curbs. Oh, as he says that, he gets heavily into the barrier, so a mistake from Jacoby while we're on board. Damage on the front, damage to the wheel. I tell you what, his tyres aren't looking too good. His tyres are going to be in a very, very poor state at the end of the race. Chris has got brand new perfect tyres, but he is so far behind. I don't think there's anything he's going to be able to do. I think Jacoby could possibly get out and push the car over the line at the moment. But no such luxury for Chris. Oh, Chris goes deep and Wheels takes a move up the inside. What a beautiful little move from Wheels Racing there. Oh, rare mistake from Chris. He just ran out a little bit wide onto the blue Astro there. And Wheels says, thank you very much. I'll take that. And they come across to start the last lap. And Wheels is in second place. Wheels is going to need to absolutely defend like crazy now if he wants his second position. We know Chris is quick. Oh, this is going to be good. Jacoby out front on his own, but I'm going to stick with these two for the moment. We've got another brilliant battle still going on behind with Gr.x and Dong. Gr.x still not quite managing to get by. Chris trying the wider line. Wheels taking the tighter line, trying to defend. Chris trying to get the better traction out of the corner by taking the wider line. He can't do it. Wheels is keeping it tight and tidy. Come on, Wheels. Oh, all over the curbs through there. They're not taking it easy at all. They are not risking anything. Absolutely going for it, but they are risking everything. Jacoby out front. He's going to come across the line in just a moment to take a well-deserved win. He is 24.2 seconds ahead of the best of the rest. What an absolutely demanding win. Left the rest down, and you can see that they're not even in the background at the moment. Wheels just holding off Gr.x at the moment. Just one last corner for Wheels. Wheels will be absolutely beside himself. He can do it, but no, Chris takes a look up the inside. Oh, Wheels is robbed. Oh, absolutely robbed on the last corner. How on earth Chris got through there? What a blinding move that was. Wheels, lights flashing. What a race. Oh, and Chris gives it to him on the line. Oh, that's respect. That is respect. Wow, Wheels, well done, my friend. Gr.x did get ahead of Dong to get fourth. So Gr.x is going to come across the line. He's pleased with that. The lights flashing. Dong in a fine fifth, and Ollie recovering to sixth after being at the back for a while. Sim Racing going well. He's in seventh. He's going to come ahead, come across the line ahead of Drat Fury. Kankaman unfortunately off the back, and Drat Fury with a half-second penalty in the Hurricane is going to be coming down through the S's for the last time. He is the last runner on track because Kankaman has finished already. Drat still going for it. He's all over the curbs. Through the S's there. Round the final corner. And he's going to come. He's got a half-second penalty. He's on the grass. He's in the barrier. He is going to come across the line to take 8th position. One ahead of Kankaman, who is one lap down. But wow, a really commanding lead built by Jacoby. A monumental win there. He was so far out front, and Chris giving it absolutely everything, but having to make that extra pit stop really did hurt and put him in the clutches of Wheels, and Wheels really pushing it, and then he gave it to him just on the line. Gamer Dan, hello, thank you for popping in and dropping a like. It's not too bad, the tooth at the moment. My head hurts a bit, but my tooth is okay. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you are well and your ear isn't playing you up too much. And Dratvirus as well. I know what daily I'm doing this week, and it isn't that one. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do Daily Race C. It is too much for me. As much as I would love to do it, I think it'd be a great one to do, and I really would love to give it a go. I just don't really feel that it is. I don't feel my head could keep going for that long, if I am perfectly honest. So here we go. Let's see how we go. Yeah, still booked in for my tooth on Friday. So I doubt if I'll be doing a Friday night special. I need to remind people of that this week. I don't think I'll be doing a Friday night special because my tooth extraction is going to be late afternoon and I'm probably going to have to cut the gum and stuff. So can't see me streaming. Jack Covey was your winner, a 142.331 and the fastest lap. The only one in the 142s. Wills in second. With a 143.951. Chris giving him that place on the line very respectfully because Wills had really been pushing very, very hard with a 143.893. And I respect and appreciate that, Chris. Thank you very much. Hoping Chris does register to race with us. I really, really do. I don't know if he's in the chat. Haven't seen him, but please consider registering to race with PSR because you were going really, really well today. Deluxe in fourth. Dong in fifth. Ollie recovering from the back of the grid to get sixth. Sim Racing seventh. Drat Fury in eighth. And Kankerman in ninth. But your top three, Jack Kobe, Wills and Chris. Blinding race between Wills and Chris in that one. And also between Deluxe and Dong. That one went all the way through. Deluxe just managing to come out on top in that race. Oh, well, okay, der du weiter. Will do. Thanks, guys. Best, Chris. Thank you very much, Chris. Thoroughly enjoyed your racing this evening. It was absolutely brilliant. We will be back at 9 o'clock for some more lobby racing tomorrow. As I said, we'll be doing lobby racing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday, I won't because I'm having a nasty tooth extraction and I am probably either not going to feel like racing or I definitely will not want to be talking. So if I do stream and race, I will probably be very quiet and it will just be a little bit of lobby jumping and just visiting a few other people. Dong just saying thank you for the races. Good night, my friend. Good night, everybody. And Tom, thank you for mentioning the join there and pushing that one out there. Really appreciate that. Right, what I'm going to do now is for the next 55 minutes, I am going to jump into the Daily Race B. Now, what I was doing at the beginning of the stream was some pace chasing. What threw me is when I did the race in the lobbies, the car was so much quicker. And I think the reason for that is, as you can see on the, well, you can't actually, well, you can just about see it. The BOP tuning, the tuning's prohibited, but the BOP is set to low speed. So clearly they've dampened down these GR3 cars a little bit for this one. So what I need to be doing is chasing lap time. We were 411th in the world at one point. Not quite sure where we're going to be at the moment. We are currently sitting in 462, so that's how much we've dropped. So dropping a lot at the moment. But let's get out there and we'll do a couple of laps. Should we do a race or should we do a few laps? When's the next race? Let's just have a little look and see when the next race is. Oh no, too soon. I want to do a few laps just to get settled. Ranking board. I'm just going to see. Oh no, because I'm still top at the moment. I was wondering whether Jack had done a time. Let me just see if I thought Greg might have done a replay. So what we'll do is we'll pick up Tidgney, who is the one that I often chase. We'll load his ghost and then we'll get out there and just see what we can do. Now, one of the things I've got to do is just not drop this Porsche in the lobby race. I dropped it big time and backed it into the pits. It's just a lot tamer now. I think I'll probably ditch the daily races for tomorrow, because obviously it's not going to do any of us any good with the lobby. Come on, get round. Oh, I caught the curb too much there. Once again, the Porsche gets the better of me. Have tried the Ferrari, also tried the BMW, but really it is the Porsche, I think, is the car to use. Almost dropped it there. Oh, and again. One of my biggest problems is I'm so used to doing this in the GL4 cars. I love Brands Hatch in the GL4s. The GL3s are just very quick, very unforgiving at some of these corners. Obviously Tisney, one of the top ranked racers, so don't expect to catch him or stay with him, but ooh, yeah. Right, time to go quiet and see what we can do. This is not good at the moment. See, one of the things I am going to do, I'm going to descend into the headphones. I would if they were to turn on. Ditch this then. not overly happy with my braking point into the first corner. There's a little like dirt part on the track and it's not clear enough. Keep missing it. Right, let's ditch the ghost just to do some laps without the ghost now. Don't know if that's a ghost turned off or not. I know there's a button to turn the ghost off, I just can't remember which one it is. Right, I've still got the ghost. Let's just try and ignore him. Just get a few decent laps. I'll go and do a race. Really got to find a lot of time. See where we're at. This could be a bit crazy. nice to do one race before we pack it in tonight. We'll run around without the Ghost, just so that. Oh, Jack Kobe has just jumped me. He's done a 1:24.5, nearly half a second faster than me. Well done, Jack. My time when I'm not chasing Ghost is normally between 1 and 2 seconds slower. So this will be quite interesting to see what happens. Expecting a 1:26-ish. Bit deep into there. This is my worry, is spinning. just not tidy enough. Trying to get a little bit of a flow. A bit of a slide there. Going to cost me badly down here. Four minutes and we'll be going racing. .25. Not going to get it there. It's on the grass. Just off that 125. Ah, no, half second. We'd have done it as well. Never mind. Never mind. It is what it is. Right, okay. So one race and then I will be calling it a night. Right. Whew. If I can tomorrow during the day at some point, I'm hoping to have a quick look at PMR tomorrow. Don't promise, but I am hoping just to have a quick look at it. Oh, we got some A pluses in here. 2 A pluses. Oh, are there not many people doing this one this week? We're starting 5th, but again, we've got to just see what we can do with regards to staying out of trouble and bringing it home. And I don't know what the races are going to be like tonight. We're just going to have to wait and see. Okay. Right, so straightforward race. See how we go. I'm going to be quiet, concentrating, and see what we can do. We're on 32,543 DR at the moment, so hopefully we won't lose 2,500 on this one race. Let's just see what we can do. So we're in 5th. If we can stay top 6, I'll be really, really happy. But like I said, it's the first one, and we're back into the A's now, so absolutely anything could happen. I got pushed. Ah, not a good one. Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. I just felt a little bit of a tap on one of the corners there that put me round. And with that, it was just all a case of trying to recover and just not being able to recover enough, unfortunately. Let's just have a little look at the DR ranking. So we're 100 points down on that one, so not the end of the world. We did get a clean race, and unfortunately a little bit of a spin let us down a little bit. And mind you, there was an A+ behind, so you know that's probably saved me just a little bit. But let's I don't know what. I'm not going to look at the spin. I don't want to harbour on negatives, but obviously we need to do a bit better than that. And we need to keep this car in a straight line and not spin it, even if we do get a tap. Do one more, see what we can do. Six minutes to run. Want to get this in the 125s. Come on, go around. Oh, messed that one up. Another 125 though. If we can get 125 and a half in the race, that would be pretty good. Ooh. Right, last one for tonight. See if we can claw that 100 points back. Won't be any guarantees, but we'll give it a go. Just see what happens. Just need to try and stay out of trouble. Right, here we go. Last one of the night, guys. Last one of the night. So we're at minus 100 points. What can we do in this one? We've got another A plus in here. Where are we? Cool. Ah, didn't want to do that. And Nando, it's somebody that we've seen previously. Oof. Let's see how we go. Main thing is try and keep it in a straight line. Keep it on track, keep it in a straight line. That's what we want to try and do. Just concentrate. Sorry, I'm quiet. I'm really concentrating, guys. Don't make mistakes now, Mitch. That was hard. Whew, that was a really hard fought race, that was. My word, that was hard. Whew. How on earth I got third there, I don't know. I think the call gifted that one to me, and then he was coming back right at the end, and I really had to defend hard. Wow, that cool guy. What a race. What a race. Clean race bonus again. Wow. That was some race. I am crackered. Cream crackered. Whew. Should we have a little look and see what that's done to the hopefully that's got me my my 100 points back. I'm hoping. Watch and wait. It has. Wait, 657 up on the day. I was only going to do one and I would have been 100 down. So that's pretty good. 33,100 points. And we've done two daily race Bs in the A ranking. And we haven't lost DR. That's unusual for me. Oh boy, you can see the detail on the screen. I'm really pleased with that. Fernell, thank you. Yay, podium, and congrats. Thank you so much, my friend. But I'm done. I am completely and utterly done in right now. So I am going to call it a night, and I will be back. Whether I'll be back at 8 or 9 tomorrow will depend on what I can do during the day, because what I'm hoping to try and do, and I'm trying to hopefully find a little bit of time in the day to have a little look at PMR and just see what's happened with the latest release and stuff like that. Okay, so my mic died. my mic died. So I was just saying, really, thank you to everybody that has raced with me this evening. And sorry, Jack. Yeah, don't know why my mic is not lasting the full length now. I suppose 4 hours is about right. But yeah, just wanted to say thank you to everybody that has liked, that subscribed, that has contributed in the chat, that has raced with us this evening. Everybody that has contributed, thank you so much, and especially to Yannick for the sub earlier on a couple of hours ago. As I said, tomorrow, don't know if you heard, I'm going to try and do some PMR in the afternoon to see what difference the update has made. I know that Logitech isn't supported in PMR yet, as in the True Force. Logitech is, sorry, the True Force isn't supported at the moment. So I'm suspecting that I might be onto a bit of a hiding for nothing. But we might try a race weekend there and just see how things pan out. If things go badly, I might hop into some daily races. If not, I'll be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow with some more lobby races, maybe a bit before for some lobbies if I can, depends on how my afternoon goes. But then I might try and do another couple of races at 11 o'clock tomorrow and just see if we can inch up the DR a little bit more. 33,100. I'm over the moon with that, really am. Anyway, have yourselves a great morning, evening, night, afternoon, day, whatever you're doing. Have a great one, and I'll see you again very soon. For now, take care. Bye.